And we're live.
Hello, I'm Casey Kasem, and you're listening to the radio with John Santo. And there's Donna Summer, cue Donna Summer. That's our theme song, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, I'm Casey Kasem, and welcome to John Santo's The Radio on Strong Island Radio and Television. And this week's episode is going to be a great one because we have a terrific special guest co-host. We told you about her weeks ago, 8 weeks to be precise. But first, let's introduce the host of the radio, John Santo. Thank you, Casey Kasem, and welcome to the radio. My name is John Santo, and we are in episode 40, I think. Let me share the show so actually people will know about the show. Not that everybody doesn't tune in on a regular basis, because we are the number one show on Strong Island Radio on Mondays at 9 o'clock in this time slot. So we are the top show. Let me just share the show. Hope everybody had a good week. Happy Labor Day to everybody. And my internet is very, very slow. It's slow. Very slow. All right, let me bring in our very special, because she's very special guest co-host this week. All the co-hosts are special guest co-hosts. She is a very, very special guest co-host this week because it was her birthday yesterday. So please welcome
Theresa Farrell.
Theresa Farrell of Tea Time with Theresa, which is the number one show that precedes the show, right?
Yes, I hope it is.
It's the number one show on Mondays at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because I'm the only one who's in that spot.
Right, on our system. Well, that's like redundant to say that, but
I know.
That's on. Oh, this is episode 40.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow,
I should know this.
Wow.
Let me share the show. I got the show shared. Share the show. Share the show. Share that 7 times fast. Share the show.
Share the show.
Let me just make sure I did it right. I really need to get an intern. I mean, if anybody would like to intern for the radio, this is a great opportunity to intern. You have unlimited access to me, which is a great learning experience. And the special guest host. So, Theresa, happy birthday. You are now 32.
Thank you. I wish I was 32. No, I got a few years on top of that, actually. You know what, though? I'm not afraid to say my age at all, because
don't say it.
We have very good genes in my family. No one in my family really looks their age. But I turned 56 yesterday. Yeah. And I would
have never guessed 56. I thought late 30s, but lower late 30s.
Oh my God, I love you, John Santo.
I'm getting old too. It's something.
I got was someone said I look 42, and I'm like, you're right, I am.
That ain't bad. I'll tell you though, I'm afraid of getting old because I look at it this way. I might only make it to because Tom Seaver just died 75 years old, right?
I know, young.
So I'm like, if I make it to 75, right, I'm starting to count what I have left. I have 2, maybe 3 driver's license and passport renewals left. And then I'll be dead. I won't need a passport or a driver's license. There's maybe I've got 5 to 8 James Bond movies left. Thank God I saw the Star Wars movies. I made it to episode 9. I started that journey at 7 and I finished it at 49 years old.
Well, look, the bottom line is that, listen, if let's say, God willing, we live to 80. All right, let's just pick a round number, 80. And, then I'm thinking, God, I lived more than half my life, and look how fast that went. But mentally, we don't age as fast as our bodies. Okay.
Right. I'm still way.
Yeah. Mentally, I'm 25. So I'm
way behind. Yeah, on the mental, way behind.
So yeah,
I
I had a
think
lovely birthday yesterday. I had a barbecue birthday party, and thank God my parents were here. My dad is 85, my mom is 82, and they don't like age either. And my brother and my sister, and we just had a nice time in the backyard celebrating. It was lovely. It really was beautiful, beautiful. Because
And what did you have for the cake? What do you have for the cake?
oh well, in the Canastracy, that's my maiden name. In the Canastracy household, it ain't a birthday without Carvel.
What? Oh, which one did you get?
Well, my mom just bought me a regular vanilla chocolate with the
She
crunchies.
cake.
Yeah, sheet cake. My mom says you can't pay for your own cake. I'll bring you cake. So she bought me my Carvel, the leftovers in the freezer, and we were talking about weight. Let's talk about weight. The last time I was on your show was 8
Oh,
weeks
right,
ago.
the big weight loss,
The
right,
big
right
weight-
after the
big weight
Carvel
loss.
intro.
So in 8 weeks ago, I said, John Santo, I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months because I put on the COVID-19. It went straight to my ass, and it has its own zip code now. So I didn't lose 20 pounds. I actually lost 10 pounds.
Okay, all right,
But I'll
everybody
take it.
applause. Wherever
Thank
you are,
you.
take time to
10
applaud.
pounds, 10 pounds, I'll take it. But I probably put back half of it by yesterday just by eating everything I ate.
So you're down 10 pounds.
Yeah, I'm down 10 pounds.
So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what
We're
we're
going to
going to
do
do.
this again in 2 more months, and I'm going to be down.
I'm going to give you another 2 months. I'm going to book you now for October. We'll look at the date. The first Monday in October, whatever that is.
Damn, you're going to make me work hard, John. You're going to make me work hard.
I'm going to give you another 8 weeks. I want you down to 10 pounds.
It's like the biggest loser.
And let me tell you, I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do it with you. In 8 weeks, here's what we're going to do. Wait, not November. October. No, I got November, the first Monday in November. Right? Because it's already September, Theresa. Where'd the time go, Theresa?
I know.
September. All right, so whatever the first Monday in November is.
It's November 2nd.
Okay, so let's write it down. So November 2.
I got to get my ass in gear now.
I hope you can do the second. You can either do the second. I'm going to give you a choice.
November 2nd's good. Why not?
You can do November 2nd, or we could give ourselves an extra week and do it November 9th. Actually, November 9th is a full, whatever you want, either one.
Listen, it's your show. You pick the date and let me know. I'm there.
It really isn't my show. It's really who can come on and when. I really don't have any control over that. So let's make it November. Whatever. You know what? We'll figure it out, and then we'll have Theresa back.
That's fine.
Either the second night. I can do either one.
Listen, eventually I'll get down to my goal weight, okay? But you have to remember, I was probably over 100 pounds when I was born, so I don't know what it is like to actually, get to a normal weight because I've always, wrestled with my weight my entire life. You know what it is?
I have to be heavy for certain parts, but now I don't have to because with the COVID open, so I have to lose the weight. So we're both going to lose 10 pounds each.
Sure.
Either by the 2nd or the 9th, we got to figure it out.
Realistically, listen, I'm doing Bat Boy. I'm doing a mini version of Bat Boy, a Yankee Miracle, on September 19th at the Yogi Berra Museum, and my ass has to get back into my 1970s bell-bottom jeans. So
where is the Yogi Berra Museum?
It's in Jersey.
Don't ask me
where in Jersey because I don't remember.
He's from Jersey, right? Is that why it's there?
I'm going to assume and say yes.
All right, so we're both going to lose 10 pounds, and realistically, if we don't get it done by the 2nd, I don't think we're going to get it done by the 9th either.
You're right.
But you and I will figure it out. I know you're very busy. We'll have to work out with our contract.
Who's busy these days?
Which day you're going to come back? But we're going to do it together. So I am going to commit to lose 10 pounds. My current weight is I'm 150, and I'm going to get down to 140. No, we're going to lose 10 pounds each. Nobody needs to know the Delta number. We're just going to get the difference.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's really funny. So this is great because we're publicly sharing our Weight Watchers experience. We're like Weight Watchers with like 5.
We're watching our weight go up. That's what we're watching.
So I get fudgy the way I love that you get a Carvel cake. I get a Carvel cake for Father's Day. Fudgy the Whale. My birthday, which is in August. Fudgy the Whale. I'm a big Fudgy the Whale fan.
So wait, Fudgy is around like all year round. It doesn't have to be Father's Day to get Fudgy.
It used to be that way, right? You could only get Fudgy Father's Day. I think So we went in for my birthday, and I was also thinking the same as you. That's only available Father's Day,
Yeah.
but they had it. I mean, I'm sure if I called and said, "Hey, could you whip me up a fudgy the whale for my
Right.
birthday?"
Right.
I'll come in and pay.
Yeah. What
You know,
about that
they'll
special mold for fudgy?
for fudgy. No, they had, but it was available. It was in the case. There were many of them in the
That's
case.
good. That's
So
good.
I think fudgy might be all year round now.
All right.
At least at my Carvel it is. I don't know. I mean they're all different. I mean, I guess when they go in, they could say, "Hey, you want to make some fudgy the whales?" And they make
When
fudgy the whales.
when you listen, when you were a kid and you walked into a Carvel, what would you get?
I used to just get chocolate ice cream with rainbow sprinkles. Very basic.
And I would get vanilla with chocolate sprinkles.
Right. So to me, I'm a little bit of a anal with this.
Uh-huh.
I think if you get vanilla ice cream, you don't put rainbow on vanilla. You only put rainbow on chocolate.
Okay.
Right? You put chocolate sprinkles on vanilla. I'm so crazy with this stuff that with nonpareils, okay, you only put the white nonpareils on the dark chocolate, and on the milk chocolate you put the rainbow nonpareils.
Okay.
I am very strict with I'm regimented with my desserts
Well,
and my chocolates.
I have to tell you that once I went to Marshall's for ice cream on Merrick Road, next to
Oh, by All American, yeah, right.
next to All American. I went there for the first time and I said, please, can I have a vanilla cone with chocolate sprinkles? And I have to say, after you have their chocolate sprinkles, you don't want chocolate sprinkles from anywhere else because they use real chocolate and it's not like that waxy, like that waxy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you've never had chocolate sprinkles from them, you have to try them.
You know, I just had a bonnet, but I'm tempted to go over there and try it, but I can't because I got to lose 10 pounds in
I
2
like
months.
to eat the Tonys. Remember the Tonys? We used to call them the Tonys, and I loved it. Not the Tartufos. We used to call them the Tonys. And it
What's
looked
a
like
Tony? A Tony Soprano? What?
yeah. And I get the vanilla with the toasted coconut on top. It was beautiful.
Oh, the I know what you're talking about now.
But we used to call them Tonys.
Yeah, they're big in Jersey.
Yeah, but I didn't like the cherry on top. So I'd get rid of the cherry, and I'd have to toast the coconut with the vanilla.
I am against putting that stuff on ice cream. Fruit is a separate dessert. It's not to be mixed.
I totally agree with you.
You don't mix it. The only exception is a fruit cup with that little cannoli filling thing and that little thing that they make. I like that.
Yeah.
I had that at the Wings Club in Manhattan once at a luncheon. I really liked it. I went back to the office wired because I was on my lunch. I had all the sugar and I had the coffee. They had a nice coffee there. The Wings Club used to be in the Yale Club building, right by Grand Central Station on Vanderbilt Avenue.
Oh wow!
And the Wings Club shut down. They were there since either there or like another location right near it since like the 30s or 40s. Like everybody who was anybody in aviation went there.
Right.
Yeah, that's like when aviation was prestigious. Like when like when flying was like a prestigious thing. Now you have every jerk who thinks that matching luggage is 2 Walmart bags. I mean, there's like you get these people. I really wish you had to take a test to see like what class of service you're going to fly on.
Right.
So like I wouldn't be allowed on like certain airlines. Like I shouldn't be flying Spirit, right?
Okay.
I'm not a Spirit flyer. So they need to figure out. They got to match the passenger with the other people that are like them. So the rude assholes that don't know anything about carry-on regulations, they're on a separate airline. Right? There's different airlines for different people. In fact, they should name the airline. I'm a rude person that never checks the website and only gives a shit about myself. They're on a separate airline. The people like me that are very, astute frequent flyers should be on a different airline or class of service.
I totally agree.
I know the rules. I know how to move through the line.
Right.
I'm courteous to my other passengers. I'll help them put a bag.
You do the right thing.
I was on JetBlue in February, and I couldn't believe how many people couldn't put their carry-on under the seat. Like, oh, it's too big. Okay, they don't make a secret of the under-seat dimensions. It's all right there on the website.
Right.
So the maximum height on JetBlue is 8 inches. So buy a bag that's, guess what, under 8 inches.
Right.
My bag went right underneath.
Yep.
I was well within the regulations.
I'm
a celebrity.
Follower.
And I'm a celebrity, so
Yes,
you would
this is
think that I
true.
would think the rules don't apply, but I'm very strict with the rules.
That's good. You're good like that. And
Right?
I know we lost Tom Seaver. We were talking about Tom Seaver before, and I
Yeah.
have my 1977 Mets yearbook that was $1, and
Whoa.
there's a whole spread on Tom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great.
I have the 69 yearbook somewhere. I got to find it.
Nice.
That's a cool one to have. That's the year I was born, so that's like a special.
That's cool. I like
yes. So I was born in '69. They wore a 100-year MLB anniversary patch.
Yeah.
MLB started in 1869.
Wow.
So last year I turned 50. So I got a DeGrom jersey with the MLB 150, but it's a very small patch.
Yeah.
So that's my age. Like I'm in sync with MLB's anniversary.
I know my daughter the other day was like, because we were saying last year when I turned 55, she's like, you're the speed limit, Mom.
The speed limit.
Yeah, I'm the speed limit. And I was like, yeah, double nickels. And then the other day she's like, you're not, obviously you can't say that anymore. You're like a year now over the speed limit. And I was like, okay, that's another way of putting it, I guess.
You're over the speed limit.
I'm over the speed limit. Yeah. But like I said, I don't think about my age because I don't feel my age. I know I don't look my age.
You don't look your age.
It's just a number. It really is just a number. And I think that, the most important thing is your health. And if you have your health, you have everything else. You know what I mean?
So you know what the coolest thing about turning 50 is?
What?
Hold on. This didn't work. Freaking YouTube. Here we go.
When my father turned 50, my mother said, what do you want for your birthday, Sam? And he said, 2 25-year-olds. And my mother said, you wouldn't know what to do with them.
See if it works now.
I can't hear it.
You know it?
I don't hear it. Is that Tom Jones?
No, Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, I couldn't make it out. Now I hear it. There you go. That's a good song to play for your 50th.
That's a good song for 50. So I was a big Hawaii 5-0 fan, but not the TV show now, the new one. I was 5-0, Jack Lord, the big walkie-talkie, the big car, Shin-Ho Kelly. I was the original series. McGarrett had the big hairdo, and when he laid down the law, that was it. He'd be like, book him, Dano. Or I would love what this guy said to McGarrett. He's like, his client's daughter was kidnapped. And he goes, you're not doing enough, McGarrett. And he goes, what would you suggest? He goes, I'm not a police officer. I don't know. He goes, exactly. Chin, get on the phone with Interpol, see what you can find out. Okay, Steve. They were the best. They were the top police people in the whole world.
Yeah.
Hawaii 5-0. They were the best.
They're just some, I watched it, but they're just some reboot shows that just shouldn't be rebooted, I think. You know what I mean?
Well, it was a good idea, but Hawaii 5-0 is not the same without the big 70s cars. Like McGarrett used to park his car wherever he wanted. Right. And when I go to Hawaii, I'm going to rent an old Mercury Marauder.
If you can find one.
And I'm gonna find it. There's a guy who rents them. It's called McGarrett Car Rental.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have a guy. Well, I'm gonna get the biggest car I can get. Probably a Ford Crown Vic. And I'm gonna park wherever the hell. I'm gonna park right in front of the palace.
Right.
The Iolani Palace. I'm just gonna park and get out of the car.
That's funny.
That's it. Because McGarrett parked everywhere. And I'm going to bring one of those little blue lights for the top.
That would be good.
That was fun.
I like that.
I got pulled over in Miami. I was in a convertible. I had my Miami Vice cotton blazer on. Had the Miami Vice soundtrack cranking on the radio. And a cop pulled me over. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, Miami Vice, baby. I'm in Miami. I'm on the strip. He arrested me for impersonating an 80s TV character.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
That was the best. Vice was a great show, but the movie. Did you see the movie? Were you a Miami Vice fan?
I was a Miami Vice fan. I used to watch it because of Don. Who didn't like Don Johnson? Come on.
Did you watch the movie?
I want to say yes, but I don't remember it. So.
Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx were Crockett and Tubbs.
No, I didn't see it. No.
Yeah, it was good. The movie.
Yeah.
Same thing with the music integrated into the story, that, 80s type
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
Harold Faltermeyer type. Great show. Great show. All right, so we got to get cranking on this. So what did you do to lose the first 10 pounds? Because I'm going to take that and use it towards our November goal.
Okay, so what I did was basically, what I've always done is high protein, low carbs. Try to stay away from sugar because there's like sugar in everything. I know it's
Sugar's
terrible.
tough.
Sugar's my drug, man. It's terrible. Hi, my name's Theresa Farrell and I'm a chocoholic. And
I like the chocolates.
what are you gonna do? I mean, it's there because we.
You know what else I like? You know what I do? I get the sugar though with the coffee. I use the cane sugar, and if I drink something with sugar, like a soda or something, not that I drink soda, cane sugar is better for you.
Well, I heard raw sugar is better. Raw.
That's it. The raw. The
well,
brown.
I have to say I'm not a spokesperson for Bai, but I love Bai. And I have this. What I'll do is this to me is like sweet, so I'll put like half Bai and half water to water it down. But this entire bottle, listen to me, because I have this with vodka. Okay, Bai makes all flavors. They make peach, coconut, blueberry, pomegranate. Now I'm like that. I sound like a spokesperson. But this whole bottle is only 10 calories. Okay, one sugar, just one sugar, and
1 gram of sugar.
And 11 carbs, but I don't care. So I'll have half of this, water it down. Sometimes I'll have vodka like yesterday for my birthday. Sometimes I won't. But this is good stuff. I like the Bai because there's like no chemical junk in it. It's all made from extracts and natural stuff. So it's good.
So we're going to do a commercial for Bai.
I want some. Listen, I just had Bobby Slayton on, and he gets free Skechers for the rest of his life because he mentioned Skechers. I'm mentioning Bai. I don't need something on my feet. I want something to drink.
Wait, he gets free Skechers. All right, wait. I wear New Balance. So New Balance.
There you go.
When you need shoes, be in balance. New Balance. That's what John Santo wears.
There you go.
Let me see if I can find this thing I want to do for the Bai commercial here. Let's see if we can find the right music for the Bai commercial. Oh, wait, I found it. Okay, let me make sure that this is turned up over here.
Okay.
And we're going to do a Bai commercial. I'm going to do the Bai commercial really quick.
Cool.
For Bai. Hopefully we'll get them as a sponsor.
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right, hold on. I got the music. You ready?
Yeah.
Bai Wonder Water. I'm your host, Robert Leach, for Bai Wonder Water. Bai is the best thing that you can buy. It's Wonder Water with only 1 gram of sugar. It's what Theresa drinks. It's what John Santo drinks. Bai Wonder Water. Don't just drink it, buy. I'm your host, Robert Leach, for lifestyles of the Strong Island celebrities and what they drink.
Great.
That was pretty good, right? I could just do that shit right off the cuff.
I love it. That's great.
Imagine what I could do if I sat down and wrote a commercial. I mean, that would be amazing. So Robert Leach did something for your birthday. I saw it on your prior program.
Yes,
that was pretty cool.
He did. I loved it. It was great. He's one of my faves. Him, and I love Sly. Sly came on last time I was on your show.
That's right. I like to come on the show with Theresa. Because Theresa drinks Bai. I drink Bai. I drink eggs too, but I drink Bai. It's good. It's good water. It's good better. Water. You can't drink Philadelphia water. It's good. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Oh my God, it's too funny.
So you know what's funny? The first missions to the moon were Apollo, right? Apollo landed on the moon. So the new missions to the moon, they named Artemis because she's the sister of Apollo. But I think the next missions to the moon, since the first ones were Apollo, should be Rocky. The second one should be Rocky.
I agree with you. That makes more sense to me.
It'll be, think about it. Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 13, Rocky 14, same as the Apollo. And then, what do you take off the moon? Rocks. Rocky back to the moon.
It works. It definitely works, and it makes sense.
I think Rocky. And they could do.
John, I'm digging it.
Right? Are these good ideas or what? These are great ideas.
These are great ideas.
Let me do something else. We'll make it even better. We'll make Rocky even better. Let me try one thing here. I love this computer. I got to get a new one, though.
Why? What's wrong with that one if you love it?
Microsoft Flight Simulator requires heavy computing power. So this is what we're going to do if they go back to the moon.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do it here.
Are you going to play Aquarius?
Oh, this is the countdown music. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have liftoff. Liftoff of Rocky 2. Going back to the moon. Yo. So you know what's funny? In Rocky and boxing, when you're down, they count 1 to 10.
Yes.
But in space flight, they count from 10 to 0.
Why is that?
No, the countdown. T-minus 1 minute and 20 seconds. T-minus 1 minute, 10 seconds.
So why don't they do that in boxing? I think you could do that during sex too. You could like count down. You ready? Let's go. 10, 9, 8.
But I think this Rocky. I'm going to call NASA. This Roger Houston. We have hard doc. That was a real line from Apollo 13. I got to get on the phone with NASA. This is a good idea to do this. For Rocky. They got to change the name. Because it'd be better. It'd be better. Why did my air go off? I just got one of these new split unit air conditioning systems.
Yeah.
How come it went off? Let me put it on here. There we go. We got to crank it back up. All my computers, they put out a lot of heat. We got to have the air on.
Yes. Yep. I have to say, tomorrow and Wednesday, the humidity is coming back in full force. That's what I heard.
Ugh, I hate humidity.
The last couple of days were gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And my hair didn't frizz. It was a good hair day for the past couple of days. But tomorrow and Wednesday, I don't think it's going to be that great.
No, I heard the humidity is coming back. Stand by. Let me do the weather report while you got me on the weather.
Yes, the humidity.
So we're at the bottom of the half hour. Tonight's weather report is sponsored by Antioxidant Water. Bye. So let's do, you know what? Since we did bye, we're going to do Al Pacino doing the weather. All right? Al Pacino. Hooah! Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 67. Southwest wind 5 to 7 miles an hour. Becoming calm in the evening. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 81. Southwest wind 5 to 9. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, low 67. And on Wednesday, 40% chance of showers, mainly after midnight. So don't forget, tonight's weather is sponsored by Bye. Bye. You saw the movie Heat, right?
Yes.
Remember when he goes, you think Neil's still in town? We got 8 hours tops. After that, Neil is gone. Bye. I love that movie. Heat. They just did the 25th. It's the 25th anniversary of Heat.
Wow. Already? That's crazy.
That was a great movie. I do what you do. You do what you do.
Yeah.
You try to stop guys like me. What are you, becoming a penologist? You want to go back to prison? That was great. Great movie.
Oh my God. I loved it. Well, anything with Pacino and De Niro and
Except The Irishman was a little slow. I mean, it took me 11 days to watch it. No, I'm kidding. It took me like a couple of days. Yeah, I just, I don't know. It had good parts, but it wasn't. I felt like it should have been made 20 years ago.
I have to say, I went with a friend. I made sure I urinated before I sat down, and I was there for the entire length of the movie. And I really went, not only because it's Pacino and everyone else is in it, and it was a great cast, and it's
right,
but because I had a lot of friends in the movie. You know, a lot of it was filmed on
You
Long
didn't know.
Island.
You knew people in the movie?
Yeah, I did. I knew a lot of people. Listen, a lot of them did extra work, but one of my friends, Gino Caffarelli, who was nice enough to send me a birthday wish tonight for my show, he played a major character. His name was DeVito. And he got to sit on the dais with De Niro and Pacino and everyone up there. So he played a main character, but he had no lines.
What do you think the reason why the movie wasn't as, because with that cast and that thing, you'd think it's an automatic hit because of Casino, Goodfellas, all the other movies.
I think everyone.
Why do you think people didn't like this one as much?
I think a lot of people were complaining about the length of it. I think a lot of people, like myself, was not thrilled with the special effects to make them look younger, because it really,
that was
weird. It didn't work the way it was supposed to. It didn't look the way it was supposed to.
And Joe Pesci stayed in the car that entire time he flew to that other place. That's a long time to sit in the car.
I just know that I think they would have been better off with maybe getting lookalikes to play themselves younger. It just didn't.
Yeah, right.
It just wasn't believable for me to watch it, and I'm thinking something's missing, and you're paying all that money, a huge budget of that film was for the special effects to make them look younger, and I think it would have worked if they just got people that looked younger like that.
Yeah, that's what they did in Space Cowboys, and they had Clint Eastwood's voice, but they had a guy that looked like him younger.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think it just would have been more believable, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get Catherine Narducci to do my show. She played Pesci's wife. I reached out to her a couple of times. She did a friend of mine's podcast. I'm hoping that she's
great. She was in The Sopranos. She was Artie Bucco's wife.
Yes.
She was in Bronx Tale with De Niro.
Yes. Yep. She
played
his wife. She played Calaggio's mother.
Yes.
What
else was she? She was in a lot of movies.
Yes.
Here's what's funny. I didn't realize this, and I can't believe I didn't realize this, but in the movie, we were talking about Miami Vice before. The woman that was on Miami Vice, Gina, who I was in love with when I was in high school. When I watched Miami Vice, Gina had a big crush on Gina. She was the detective. That was Sandra Santiago.
Okay.
Was the actress. She looked different with the big hair, right? Big hair. She had the big 80s hair. But when she was on The Sopranos, and we're only talking 10 years later, her hair totally different. She was the next door neighbor, the wife. Remember when Meadow needed a letter for school?
Yes.
And they made the lawyer write the letter? That was her sister. That was the guy's wife, the next door neighbor. I totally didn't realize it was her until like recently.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was on The Sopranos, Miami Vice.
Cool. Yeah.
What was the other thing? I can't believe The Sopranos is 20 years old already.
It's mind blowing. It really is.
And you know what though? People still love when I do it in my act though. They love The Sopranos.
Who doesn't?
Well, because suffice to say, it's nostalgic. And that's that.
It is. It is.
So one of my friends wanted to bet me. He said, I bet that you can't do either your Tony Soprano, Silvio Dante, Paulie Walnuts, or Bobby Bacala impression for a whole day.
Wow.
Because he wanted to go to dinner with me or something. He goes, I bet you can't even do it for the whole dinner.
That sounds like a cool challenge.
That's a challenge, right? So I said, you don't have to worry about if I could do it or not. You got to worry about what happens to you if you don't pay. Because he wanted to bet me. But
did he have to spend the entire day with you?
Not the whole day. He meant like over dinner. I think he meant more like over dinner.
That's nothing for you, John. Come on.
That's a piece of cake. I mean, just give me the money now. I'm going to totally.
Yeah.
Especially if we
now listen, this guy's got no clue who he's dealing with, okay?
He's not a freaking clue. If we go for Italian food, I'll be doing it anyway. It's like. But I could slip up though. If I go out of character,
take them to Parkside in Corona.
If I slip up, if I go out of character just once, I lose the bet. So that would be a little tough, because somebody could say, excuse me, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I got to stay in character.
Right.
So I got to say, what the fuck is your problem? Oh, and this is the curse. What the flock? I said flock.
With the flock.
With the flock. It's a how
Or with
come
the
a
duck?
flock of,
With the duck? How about duck?
but why is a
Duck.
flock of ducks a flock and not a flock? It should be a flock of ducks.
We used to say, let's make like birds and get the flock out of here.
You get the flock out of
I
here.
have to tell you something. My mother's a stickler for my parents don't curse. They don't
Right.
curse. They never cursed in front of us kids.
It's good
They
not
just
to
don't
curse. It's good, yeah.
And so my mother would say, oh, sugar. Or she'd say, or she'd go, oh, frig. You know, they never curse.
I would say I would call somebody a cocker spaniel instead of, but you know what's a good one? Sugar, honey, and iced tea.
We say mother frigger.
Well, if you say sugar, honey, and iced tea.
Yeah, the way you say it.
That's SHIT, sugar, honey, iced tea.
And my mother's a stickler for, she hates with a passion when people say, oh, I got to go pee. Oh my God, she hates it. She's like, can you say urinate? That's why I said urinate as an homage to my mother. But she's like, I don't understand. I'm like, man, no one knows what freaking even urinate means anymore. Really? Like we were thinking about old words that people don't say anymore.
Right.
Like I do this thing about, dating and, I'm like, how my grandmother would say, it's nice when your bloomers match your bra. And I'm like, what? You mean my underwear? Yeah, when your bloomers match your bra. Men like that. But you never let them see them.
You know what's funny with the things that used to be? I don't know why these millenniums with the period, it's 2 spaces after a period. And I don't care if that was done with typewriters. Just because we went to word processing does not mean that the period rule changes. It's
Correct.
still 2 spaces after a period.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous that they think, because we're electronic now, it's only 1. No, and no. It doesn't matter how.
That's the way we were taught, and that's how we do it.
That's how it is. When I'm president of the United States, I'm going to make it a felony to put 1 space after a period intentionally. The other thing I don't like is, like when a lot of people are correcting you for your and your on Bookface,
Yes.
you'll say your, and it's like apostrophe. Look, I know what it is. I'm not backspacing anymore. It's so hard to backspace on the phone because if I don't backspace perfectly, I can't get my fat finger to correct what I need to correct. It goes out the way it goes out. That's it. I dictate to the thing, and if I like one time I said be there at 12 o'clock, it wrote Belmont at Park. I let it go out. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm not backspacing. I'm very fit. I'll see you at 6. If it says I want sex, I'm sending it anyway.
Right, exactly.
I'm not backspacing it.
Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out.
Right. There should be a decoder where the computer says, oh, he meant to say I'll be there at 6.
Right.
If the phone was really smart, it would be like, look, he really didn't mean sex because, so that would be better. The computer has to decode it.
That's funny. I like that. Yeah.
Thank you. That's funny. I really am excited by that buy commercial. I would love to get them as a sponsor.
But I have no more sponsors on my show. It's just me, myself, and I. And by September, there's no sponsors. So I'm hoping October there will be.
And you know what's funny is that the listenership of these radio shows is huge. These are bigger than regular television. Nobody watches television.
I know.
Like regular networks.
We're bigger than TLC, okay?
We're bigger. They're on their
90
phone.
Day Fiance. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're on the phone and they listen to my show. They watch your show. They watch these Facebook-based shows. This is the hottest thing. We're at the forefront of a new millennium. I mean, my viewership is off the charts. I mean, so my company, Santo Analytics, does my network engagement. And I have over, 3 million listeners on any given day.
Wow.
That's gigantic.
I'm so jelly right now.
Yeah. In fact, I raised my rates. I charge a fortune for an ad now.
Really? And you should, because you're worth every penny. As a matter of fact, speaking about every penny, I have to say that, we're all missing performing comedy. I have to say I had an opportunity to do a 50th birthday party a couple of weeks ago. And I have to say, not being on stage for every comic, it's kind of like, you need a little WD-40, to
Right.
get the kinks
Oh
out.
my God, you
And
gotta
then
guess.
once you get going, you're fine. Because it was kind of like, it's like learning how to ride a bicycle without the training wheels again. And the faster you pedal, the smoother it is. And, you start out a little wobbly and then, it becomes smooth. And my daughter actually hooked me up the gig. She said a friend of mine's uncle's turning 50 and they're looking for a comic. And at first, I was going to split the show with someone. We were going to do 15 minutes each and split it. And then he backed out. And I said, you know what? This is actually I've headlined and I've done like 30 minutes pushing it. And I'm like, you know what? This is going to really give me the push I need. So I said, I'm going to do it myself. I did 30 minutes myself. And they paid me very hefty, which was very, very nice. They gave me a tip on top of what I asked for.
They gave you hefty garbage bags?
They did.
Hefty.
She gave me more money than I asked for. They tipped me. They actually tipped me more than what I asked for. And I was like, holy crap.
Nice.
I got some buku bucks for 30 minutes and I didn't have to take my clothes off. Hello?
Am I my own feedback?
No brainer.
Hello?
I don't hear feedback. I just hear you.
Oh, I think I forgot to turn down my own radio. Like when they always tell you to turn down the radio?
Yeah.
So you know who we have on the phone explaining the whole COVID protocol, Theresa? He's
Who?
calling in now. We have the governor of New York. We have Andrew Cuomo on the phone.
Oh, we do? Good, because I have a couple of questions for him.
Hello, Theresa. I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope you didn't blow on the candles on the cake because you could spread the virus.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what? I made sure that we didn't put any candles and there was no blowing. Okay.
No blowing.
No blowing this year.
Blowing.
We don't know when blowing's going to return. A lot of people are missing the blowing. Okay. They're missing
don't know when you'll be able to blow out the candles on the cake.
We don't know. There's no blowing going on now. We don't know when it's going to return. But
no blowing.
But I have to ask you. When's comedy going to come back? Because I can walk into a gym right now, which is potentially a germ-infested hot box, and it's enclosed, and we're inside. But yet, why can't I do comedy outside? We're trying to abide by all your rules and regulations and put everything in place. And when is it going to happen? And why are you grouping us with strip clubs? What's that about?
The reason why you can't have comedy is because I said no. That's the bottom line. Look. Facts. We have to, if you have a restaurant, right, with no live music and you're COVID, Como compliant, you're fine. If you have music in the background that's not ticketed in the same capacity of people, you're fine.
Yes.
If you ticket the music, you cannot do that, right? Because I have to come up with a set of regulations which are inconsistent and infuriate people. And that's what we're doing. Now, if you have a comedian in that restaurant with the same number of people, no, you can't do it. Because comedians make fun of me, and now they're not going to work.
Yeah, well, you give them a lot of material, I have to tell you.
And that John Santo, that piece of crap, is doing impressions of me all the time, and it infuriates me. So no comedy. No comedy, the comedians.
Well, listen, you need to practice what you preach because, you were caught walking down the streets of Manhattan without a mask on. What's that about?
The reason why I don't need a mask is because I'm an essential worker. Bing, bing, bing. Read the law. Read the law. I don't need to do it. I wrote the law.
Yeah, and you were getting haircuts when none of us could. What the hell?
Haircuts, blow drying. Nancy Pelosi was in a salon that was closed. She had it open. She got caught. I got caught. But look, it doesn't matter. I'm the governor. So I was on a plane, crowded plane, preaching to people to wear a mask without a mask.
Right.
Because that's what I do. That's what politicians do. We tell you what to do. We govern you, but we are not governed. Right?
Yourself.
That's how it works.
Right.
So no comedy for Theresa until that John Santo stops with his stupid impressions. He sounds like a buffoon.
He sounds like you.
I guess that means it's a good impression. Um, but no more comedy because it's too dangerous to have
Really,
the same
I really,
restaurant.
no, but really, I hope you reconsider because people need to laugh right now. People need to, go out and laugh in a safe way.
We don't want them to laugh until we stop the virus. Gotta stop the virus.
So,
I have a question.
when there's a vaccine, are you going to be the first one in line to get it?
I will not get the vaccine. We have to test the vaccine on Philadelphia Eagles fans,
Oh,
and if they don't have adverse reactions,
why
then
don't
we'll
we
bring it.
test it all on Trump's family?
We could do that, but
Yeah,
you
we could
would
do
need
that.
an army of people to do that.
Yes, this is true.
What we should do, and
Yeah.
by the way, the other thing we're doing is we're not allowing the restaurants to open. The ones that call tomato sauce gravy are not permitted to open
Oh,
because gravy goes on turkey and sauce goes on pasta. That's
I agree.
facts
And French fries, gravy goes on French fries too. If you're old
on
school,
French fries, but
those are called disco. They're
tomatoes,
called disco fries. Did you know that?
disco fries, fresh mozzarella.
Do you remember
But
back in the day when you used to go out,
when I
like
used to
clubbing?
before when I could go out before the virus came from Europe.
Listen, how's your brother Mario and his family?
No,
Because they
I
all
mean
had it.
the Chinese virus that came from Europe.
Yes, the Chinese virus that came from Europe. But how's Mario and his wife and kids? Because they all had it.
No, Chris had it. Mario's my
Oh, Chris,
father.
I'm
He's a
sorry, Chris.
bridge.
Chris, sorry,
Oh,
Chris. I
the
meant
other
Chris.
thing we did while during the lockdown, I renamed every bridge in New York State after my father.
Oh,
All the
okay.
bridges in the Mario Como Bridge.
Well, I'm sure he's smiling from up above.
I'm sure he is, and they all have tolls. More money. Ching ching ching.
Yes. I think bridges should be free though, don't you?
I think we should cross that bridge when we come to it. See, I can do comedy too.
You can do comedy, but stick to your day job.
Well, I have to go. I have to come up with more ridiculous regulations to infuriate the public.
Yeah, yeah. Don't do too many of them, huh?
Oh, by the way, all the masks that you just bought are no longer valid. They can't be used. We're going to come out with new masks
Really?
that say Como, and those are the only masks approved in New York
But
State.
I just got a mask and it says New York. It says New York.
Nope, it has to say Como.
Strong. New York
Nope,
strong.
nope, no. Bing, bing, bing. No. It has to say Como.
Really?
Well, thank you, Governor Como, for coming on.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, I mean, that's ridiculous. Like the restaurant, Theresa Farrell, same size,
Yes, John
right?
Santo.
Right? Well, that's what they do on TV. They always say, but you're the only guest. Like they always call on the person before, so I have to wake up and say, I forgot you're the only
Oh,
guest.
you're talking to me. You're talking to me. You're talking to me.
Yes, I'm talking to you. They the whole thing with the restaurants, right? You could have 25 people in a restaurant being complete compliance, and as soon as you put a ticketed band in there or a comedian, all of a sudden it's not. That's not
Correct.
science. That's
Correct. It's
stupidity.
let me tell you something. It's ridiculous. Okay, because my
It's totally ridiculous.
my
I'm on the
my
phone now.
my
Hi,
daughter's
Theresa.
my daughter's boyfriend plays a place called the Third Rail a lot. And yes, they're there. And just like you're sitting there eating and you happen to hear music piped in, they happen to be playing and you're not paying for them to be playing. You're paying for your food and they happen to be playing. Okay. So, but here's the other thing is what about karaoke? Why people are not walking into a bar paying to sing for karaoke. They're walking into a bar, they're getting a drink, they're social distancing, they're wearing their mask unless they get up and walk around. Okay. My friend Dennis does karaoke
Right.
at Coasters when he was able to. And we had little mic condoms that you would put over. Each person got their own personal mic condom that you would put on the microphone. And if you wanted
Sounds like
to,
somebody's name.
and if you
Hi,
wanted
Mike
to,
Condom.
yeah, my condom. And then if you wanted to hold the microphone, he'd give you your own glove. Okay, so you got a glove and a condom. Okay, it was double protection. Okay.
Hello, Theresa. This is President Trump. I'm on the phone now. I couldn't help but overhear that with Como. That's ridiculous. That's a disgrace. A
It
total
is.
disgrace.
Yes, it is. It's totally disgraceful. You want to open up the economy, then open up the economy.
Open up. Either the restaurants are safe or they're not safe. And I love the Mike condoms bit. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
A Mike condom. I love it. Mike condoms are terrific. I would love to have a mic condom. I think they're fantastic, and they're probably made in America. I don't want them made in China.
Yes, everything. It's very hard to find anything made in the USA. My father is a union man, and he told my mother anything that comes into this house has to say made in the USA. And my mom could not find luggage made in the USA at the time. And when she came home, the first thing he did was he goes, "It's not made in the USA. You got to return it." And it's very, very rare that you find something. When I find something made in the USA, I almost like faint, and I'm like, "Oh my God, look, it says made in the USA. Holy cannoli, this is amazing."
So I only deal with 2 luggage companies, right? That's all I deal with. I deal with my regular luggage, Briggs and Riley, lifetime guarantee, Long Island based company. I don't think it's not made in the United States, but they're the best luggage company. And then I also got a bag at Marshall's, a Toomey bag. You ready for this? I got a Toomey laptop bag. You sitting down? Toomey bag. Now I think Toomey is a little bit below Briggs and Riley. Briggs and Riley is the top. They have the best luggage and the best warranty, lifetime warranty.
Whatever happened to Samsonite?
But so Toomey is part of Samsonite now. But
Okay.
Toomey used to retail. This, ready for this? This bag retailed $450, right? A laptop briefcase. Guess how much I paid for that Marshalls?
$39.99.
No, it wasn't that good of you.
$129.99.
Less.
$99.99.
$99.99. Right? And my wife said to me, she's like, "Why'd you spend that much on luggage on a laptop bag?" So, first of all, 3 billion women in the world. I find the one that doesn't like discount shopping. Right? Amazing.
Right.
But if you look at what you can get for that price, $10 less, $89.99.
Right.
Bags of shit. Toomey is a pretty damn good bag for that much.
You pay for what you get. That's the bottom line too.
Right. And this was a discontinued series, but it's still Toomey quality. I would never pay $450, but for the $100.
Well, for people who know me, I don't shop retail. I'm a thrifter. I'm a professional thrifter.
Big thrifter.
And I will tell you where to go because every Thursday I go to the same place. Every Friday I go to the same place, and they know me by name, and I've been going for years. And you cannot get a bicycle during this pandemic or a pool. And when I went on Friday, I got a bicycle, Diamondback bicycle.
Ooh.
For $10.
So let me ask you this question. You're a real thrifter, okay?
I am.
Now, I'm a Marshall's customer.
Right? Yeah, I've shopped at Marshalls and
I bought a pair of shoes there for a fraction of what they would be retail, right?
Yeah.
Nice shoes too. Echo. I always wear Echo. They're the best.
Okay.
But yeah, I get them there real cheap, right? Now, if fast forward 5 years, Tea Time with Theresa, Top Show, all the networks, you're making $80 million a year. Okay.
Did you hear that, God?
Are you still going to shop at Marshalls?
Hell yeah.
If you're making $80
million.
Yeah. Can I ask you why?
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
I have a story. I have cousins. My cousin, who's extremely wealthy, and they still cut coupons, and they will not overpay for certain things because they still have that old school mentality, the way they were raised.
Right. I have that.
You know what I'm saying?
But Marshalls, it's beyond just that for me. Marshalls, it's not the money; it's the hunt. Right? I don't know what they're going to have any day from the next. Right? I go in there, all of a sudden I see this. They never had Toomey before. They haven't had it since. I see this bag and a beam of light from the ceiling, and angels were singing.
It called your name. Exactly.
And it called my name. I'm like, I need a laptop bag.
Did you get an erection?
I did. That's why I post.
I knew it.
I post from Goodfellas. I bought a $450 bag for $99. I gotta admit the truth. It turned me on.
Didn't you feel like you
we lost
stole
Theresa.
it? It's awesome.
Oh no, she's back.
It's great.
It feels like that. Yes, I have it here. Look, I have it right here by my desk.
Let me see it. Show me your bag.
This bag is the Toomey Alpha.
Nice.
Okay, this is a pretty nice. Look at the special Italian leather tag in a different color. Right. Mm-hmm. This is a top of the line case. Right. This
is gonna last you. It's gonna last you for years. It's gonna last you for years.
$450, $99. I would buy if I didn't have a dog. I have a dog, but if I saw something up for a dog that was like $150 dog bed marked down to $10. I'd get a dog to go with the bed.
Right.
I mean, that's Marshalls. Marshalls.
Listen, I get very excited when I go out thrifting because you never know what you're going to find ever.
Now, what do you mean thrifting? I only go to Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington Coat Factory.
I don't shop retail.
Well, what's thrift? Like Marshalls to me is thrifting.
No, it's not. Thrifting is going to a thrift store, an actual thrift store. And there's one that I'm going to plug. I'm hoping they're going to be a sponsor.
Oh, this is used stuff. You mean, is it used?
It's not all used. Not all of it's used. There's a place called Angels of Long Island, and they're in Patchogue. And when you go there, all the clothing is $3, and a lot of them is new with tags. They have a lot of furniture, a lot of good stuff. It's hit or miss. When you walk in, it's hit or miss. So you never know what you're going to find.
We should film this. You and I should go to one of these stores. I want to film the whole story about this.
Listen to me. We're going to still film. And every Friday morning, I get up early and I hit the Church thrift store right off Wantaw Avenue and Island Road. And I find, that's where I found the bicycle, but I find extraordinary stuff. Again, it's all hit or miss. You never know what you're going to find ever.
All right. That's right near my mother's house, Wantaw Avenue, Island Road. We're going to go there. I want to check out this thrift business.
I'm there every Friday morning.
And we'll have to show it on your show because I don't have a TV show. So we'll have to show it on Tea Time with Theresa. So this is like on NBC, like when Law and Order mixes with a different show.
A crossover.
A crossover
show.
A dual journalistic investigation of the thrift market. Yeah. Tea Time with Theresa on television, John Santo the radio on the radio. It's a multimedia blitz.
I found I don't remember the name offhand. I'd have to go downstairs and look, but I found a beautiful full-length winter coat in petite because I'm vertically challenged, and with the real fox fur collar and wrists by the wrists. And I bought it home. All the long coats were $10 and all the short coats were $5. And I bought it home and I look online and this coat sells for over $600. It's crazy. And I got it for $10.
Oh, like I'm totally going on these stores.
Those kind of things make me high.
That's big.
Drugs.
I was in Marshalls and I've got the Johan Santana, the white jersey he pitched the no-hitter in. Not his, but the retail version with the Mets 50th anniversary patch. That was a $300 jersey at the time.
Wow.
$300 retail. How much do you think I paid for it? Marshalls.
I'm going to say $99.99.
Nope.
Less?
Less.
$49.99.
Way less.
$29.99.
$19.99.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. I love those stories.
That's big.
That also gave you a boner. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
Did you just say boner?
Yes.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in like at least 20 years. Oh my God.
I don't think she said that.
I could have sworn she did.
Maybe she did. We'll have to clean that up in post-production. No, I'm kidding. So, all right. So next week, so thank you, Theresa, for coming on. It's 10 o'clock. End of the show. I can't believe it flies by when Theresa's on the show. Next week, my special guest co-host is Christy Miller. And after that, I don't have anybody. But I know I have Theresa either November 2nd or 9th. And we're going to have Theresa back. And we're both going to lose 10 pounds. And hopefully by then, we'll have finished our...
Christy's great. She's a bodybuilder, so we can talk to her about how to burn fat.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna have her on the show. You got to tune in. She's gonna tell us how to get to our 10-pound goal, and then we're gonna have that, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna both have lost 10 pounds, and hopefully by then we'll have finished our journalistic expose.
I gotta go have some leftover Farrell cake now. Bye.
Oh, I wish I was there. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you, Mr. Producer Bobby, and thank you for listening to the radio. We will see you next week with special guest co-host Christy Miller.